On December 2nd, 2023, Fortnite OG in Chapter 4 will end with a live event titled The Big Bang. The live event would show and transition us into a new era of Fortnite. In said live event, about 4 minutes in, we would get our first look at one of the new game modes that would be a pillar in Fortnite's expansion into the metaverse. That game mode would later be known as LEGO Fortnite, a collab between the LEGO group and Fortnite that has been worked on for a while. Both groups were expecting it to be a massive hit that could hopefully rival Battle Royale, and when it launched, it didn't just meet those expectations, it far surpassed them. The game would launch with nearly 2.5 million concurrent players, and keep that number for a couple of days past the initial launch date. However, the numbers would slowly go down and reach only 5% of that initial peak, only a month later. It's still really good numbers for a game, but what happened? Why did so many people seemingly immediately give up on the game to the point where the game is lucky to hit 100,000 players on update days? Was it Fortnite's fault or the LEGO group's fault? Well, I'm here to try and answer those questions for you. I do want to make a quick mention that even though these numbers are only a fraction of the peak, it's still really good numbers for a separate game mode. It's the most popular new game mode from the 3 introduced during the Big Bang event. Festival deserved it more, but you didn't hear that from me. Epic put a lot of work into it and making as many skins compatible with it. And with the Fortnite roadmap leak that happened earlier this year, it was clear that they were planning on adding many major game-changing updates over the coming months. I wouldn't consider the game a flop, but I do think it performed slightly below what Epic was expecting and hoping. I guess it's important that we explain what the gameplay is like. LEGO Fortnite is like a combination of multiple games, specifically one. Once you load into the game mode, your skin, if compatible, will automatically turn to a LEGO version of the same skin. Thank God they added compatibility with nearly every skin later on, because OG LEGO Guaco was just something, to say the least. A nice little touch they added is if you go into the item shop while on LEGO Fortnite, every compatible skin and emote will turn into their respective LEGO version. That's a cool little feature. Back to the actual game mode, you are prompted to choose a world. There's a decent amount of options now to truly customize your world into the playstyle that best fits your needs. And you can even change the cover image. But it wasn't really like this during the beginning. The main game mode is survival, but it's time to let the cat out the bag. This game is a lot like Minecraft, the two game modes being survival and creative. Once you actually load into the game, you have to mine materials in order to craft new items, hostile mobs can attack you, especially at night, and they both even have a goddamn fishing system. None of these are exclusive or even originate from Minecraft, but it's pretty obvious where they got their inspiration from. However, if Fortnite was just gonna copy from Minecraft like they did with Among Us, I'm glad they at least use LEGO as their base. LEGO's whole gimmick is that you can build anything you want from their bricks. As long as you have enough, the sky's the limit when it comes to what you can build. So to see LEGO Fortnite being an open world survival game where building was a large part of the game's DNA is like seeing all this come full circle. And while survival is the main game mode advertised and shown off, there's a whole other game mode included with the game. Creative, or as they call it, Sandbox. It's literally just creative mode from Minecraft, but in LEGO form. You can freely fly around and build as many sets as you want with no limitations. There's really not much else to comment about the Sandbox mode besides that. I guess it could be fun to test out certain layouts before committing to them in your survival world, but other than that, I just kind of like, it's just whatever, you know? However, this isn't technically the only creative mode. In March of 2024, it was announced that Fortnite and the LEGO group would allow players to make their own custom game modes and maps using the LEGO assets. Now, this is really cool. I don't play a lot of creative maps because it's hard to find a good one that's fun to constantly revisit, but I'm all for this type of creative freedom. Fortnite even went in and added stuff like building for Battle Royale and LEGO fight certain weapons, to add even more possibilities for map creators. While I don't think we've seen the full potential of what these tools have to offer, it's cool knowing they're still an option. And that's about it for what I have to say for LEGO Fortnite Year 1. I don't really play this game mode much. I played it near the beginning, and just now, what you're watching is what I have played since the beginning of the game. And while this game isn't a flop, I see why LEGO Fortnite turned into what it is now, a side mode for most players. I think a lot of players were expecting Fortnite, but Legos, like a battle royale that would be expanded upon with the LEGO IP. And when the game launched as not that, it disappointed many players. I think it's a good thing that the game is its own thing. And while it has its moments and can be fun, at least for me, there's not much of a point to constantly returning. It still feels incomplete even after the last couple of updates. It's thankfully not as barren as it was day one, but I still feel like so much more could be done with the game before it even has a chance to rival the main game of the Battle Royale. And yeah, I know I didn't really play much besides that. Like, I know you can add villagers to your base and there's other things you can do in the world, but I don't know, man. It just kind of feels like there's no point to the game. But until that day comes where they add something that truly makes it its own thing, I'm just gonna stick to Battle Royale and Festival. Unfortunately, real life exists. We all knew it was eventually coming. You don't have a huge virtual collab like this and not expand it into what you're really known for. Fortnite LEGO set leaks were happening before the game even launched. And when the game did launch, a bunch of LEGO and Fortnite content creators received a little set to build a small loot llama. But we all knew this wasn't going to be the end of it. Thankfully, on July 23rd of this year, we would finally receive the announcement of 4 different LEGO sets coming October 1st. A Battle Bus, Durr Burger, Loot Llama, and Peely Bone set were the first 4 sets we would receive from this collab, and you know damn well I bought all of them. My LEGO store was actually pretty stacked even a week after release, and it was honestly pretty cool seeing Fortnite merch in an actual store after Fortnite merch just randomly disappeared from stores. What sucks though is that these are apparently LEGO store exclusives. Like, no other major retailer has them up for sale or pre-order, and I haven't seen anyone else find them anywhere else but the LEGO store. Maybe that's just how it works with LEGOs, I don't really know, but it would be kind of lame if they are exclusive. I feel like the Battle Bus set would just sell so well if you were to put in like something like a Walmart. Also, you may be looking at the current photo on your screen right now and wondering why there's 5 LEGO sets and not just the 4 I mentioned. Well, on the day they released, they randomly announced that if you were a LEGO Insiders Club member and spent over $100, you would receive a free Bright Bomber brickheads. Thankfully, this offer applied to in-store purchases, and I was able to get one when I bought the whole set. I also got this free poster, which is pretty sick. Enough yapping, it's finally time to start building these. I haven't built a LEGO set in years, but I'm sure I can finish these quickly. If a 10-year-old can do it, so can I. Okay, maybe I shouldn't build them just yet and talk about boxes instead. The box designs are really cool. I love the renders they use and the background pics they use. I can't tell exactly where it's from, but I'm pretty sure it's something from chapter 2. It could be chapter 1 though, which would make sense. I also love the purple background they use for the Fortnite text. It never really occurred to me what Fortnite's main color is, but I feel like purple represents Fortnite pretty well. Opening the boxes themselves, we get the pieces and an instruction manual. Okay, no more holding off on building these. It's time we start. We might as well get the Bright Bomber brickheads out of the way. Told you I could build them quickly. Overall, this only took like 30 to 40-ish minutes to build and wasn't super complicated. I just kind of built slow, but if I'm being honest, I kind of think it's ugly. I'm pretty sure this is LEGO's competition against Funko Pops, and call me crazy, but I think these look slightly worse. At least it was free, because if I was forced to buy this, yeah, I would rather not. The Bright Bomber brickheads was the easy one to build though, so let's level up to the Durr Burger set. This is one I was so excited to purchase because I love how accurate it looks, and it's only $15. The renders make it look so good, so let's see how the finished version looks. This one comes with the bags and the standard manual, and before we build it, we should probably organize the pieces to make sure that okay, that one took me a minute. I think that one took nearly like an hour. The top of his head confused me because it didn't really snap into place like I was expecting and wouldn't stay in one piece. It kept constantly breaking. Plus, I kept dropping a lot of the pieces on the ground, but that's not really the set's fault. I really love how the final build looks though. I feel like a lot of Fortnite merch is kind of underrated, so they don't really make as many as I would hope. And while I would love a standard figure of a Durr Burger, the LEGO version still rocks. While a Durr Burger set was highly likely, the Loot Llama set was damn near inevitable. Like, Fortnite merch always has to come with a Loot Llama. He's damn near the mascot of the game, so of course we would receive one. For $40, let's hope he proves his worth. Let's not organize our pieces and build them again. He's done. This one caused me so much trouble. Pieces not fitting like they were supposed to, even though I don't think I did anything wrong. Tiny pieces that were hard to keep track of and kept falling. And the new light I bought were straining my eyes so bad that I had to go outside and actually touch grass. And I don't even think I built it right at the end. It looks good though. I love the movable mouth and the ability to put stuff in him. But please, LEGO, don't make us build the tiny little pieces first. I was so terrified of losing them the whole time. We can't even put them anywhere else until the thing's finished, so why make us build them first? Not a bad set, but a giant headache to do, even if the final piece is admittedly really cool. I'm just a bit tired of Loot Llama merch, because there's not really a shortage of it, so it's not one I was really hyped for. Those were kind of the appetizer sets, the ones that are cool to see and even build, but not the reason you were excited to see LEGO get the Fortnite IP. Unless you're a big Durr Burger fan, I am. Nah, the big boy sets for the first wave of Fortnite were the Battle Bus and a Peely Bone statue. Both retailing for $100, these sets are pretty big in size, especially the Peely Bone one from the pics I've seen. Now, here's the part where I would show you the finished sets in the building montage. But I'm going to be honest, I haven't gotten a chance to finish them. I kinda got busy the last week and didn't even have time to start them, let alone finish them. I had two choices: finish the set and delay the video, or upload the video missing the two completed sets. And judging by the fact that you're watching and hearing me say this, you can guess what I ended up choosing. I genuinely feel kinda bad about this because I feel like I'm delivering a half-assed video to you guys, which I don't want to do. But the time that it'll take to finish these sets will probably take me a while just because I don't have a lot of dedicated time to just sit down and actually build the sets. Which means this video could be delayed up to a week, let alone 2 weeks, which I would rather just not do. I'll post the finished sets on my community tab and Twitter if you want to see them. And if LEGO ever releases more sets, I'll definitely be sure to cover them then. Once again though, I'm sorry guys. I only want to deliver the best content I can make, and unfortunately I don't feel like I'm living up to that. Even though I haven't built the last two, I feel like it's pretty easy to rank them. In last place, the Bright Bomber Brickheads. It looks ugly even if it was a super easy build, and I'm glad it was free. Next up is Loot Llama. Love how he looks, but this one was guaranteed to happen and was a pain in the ass to build. I don't even think I did it right. Peely Bone is cool and doesn't have anything inherently wrong with him, just not one I was super excited for. Surprised they went with this version of Peely though, and not like the one that was included with the LEGO Pass or the original Peely. Not that it's a bad thing, I love how it looks as an actual statue. The second best set though, gotta go to my boy Durburger. I love how accurate he looks, he's probably the most fun one to build. And he's only $15, I feel like it's a really good price for him. I love this little guy, but he can't be number one. You can already guess what number one probably is, based off of the process of elimination. But could number one really have been anything else besides the fucking battle bus? I love the design of the battle bus in general, and the cartoony aspects of the battle bus transfer really naturally into Legos. The bus on its own is really cool, but to also get all 9 of the minifigures that are currently available is such a great deal. I hope one day we get like blind bags for random Fortnite characters like they do for other series. That'd be really sick, and I would definitely be buying them all. But that's it for LEGO Fortnite Year 1. Sure, we're still a bit away from the actual 1-year anniversary, but I think the game has shown us everything it has to offer for the first year. The game is just whatever to me, something that has potential but not something I'm currently invested in. The real life LEGO sets are awesome, and I wish I had more time to finish the last 2 sets, but I hope they don't end it here with these and we get way more sets in the future. I would love like a tilted tower or, you know, Guaco. I feel like these are like the obvious sets to get out the way. Like you need a Loot Llama, you need the battle bus. And so I would like to get more obscure or just more grander sets next time.